Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, Gilded Tarot Royale by Chiro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. At the bottom here, there's a website, llewellyn.com. There's a couple other social media links. If you're interested, feel free to freeze frame if you need to see that information longer, of course. Supportive Oracle Cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. These are illustrated by Jesse Reish, and the website at the bottom there is hayhouse.com. Again, feel free to freeze frame if you need to see that information longer. Whew. All right, what are we dealing with? One more. Nothing bad. Well, things are going well. Things are going well. Somebody kind of flits in and out. It could be a relative, a longtime friend, or somebody you work with, obviously. I mean, it's a general read. Apply it where you need it. Something flits in and out. Somebody flits in and out. And you do seem to like them, by the way. I feel like this is an interesting connection for you. I don't feel like this... I feel like if you look at it on paper, you wouldn't expect this person to match you as well as they do, but they do. There's something about them that I just feel like you like them. And other people might be like, why, Taurus? Why do you like that person, Taurus? But you do. I feel like you easily see the good qualities in that person. Easily. They do things different than you. They can be a bit bold. They can be a bit harsh to certain people. But I feel like they're respectful to you. They will tell you the truth, and they will tell you the truth as soon as they know it. And it's kind of like, you can do a lot with that. I saw this flash over to the side, and I'm thinking, this person also lets you know, like, by the way, this person's doing that. Like, I feel like this might be your little birdie type person. Really. This person can be very bold, though. That's the interesting thing. Sometimes they know things, and they just don't want to be in the middle of the situation, and they'll tell you, and they trust you to handle it best you need, however you need to. This person... I feel like they're not shy. I don't think they're shy, but they can be very strategic. I'm seeing this kind of energy. They don't have to be an Aries, by the way. This is the Aries card. They don't have to be. This is a very bold, very noble, usually. Can be a bit rough. Sometimes this energy, if it's out of balance, can use the truth as a weapon. Could be a fire sign. Doesn't have to be a fire sign person. That's Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Doesn't have to be. I feel like this person's not always around, though. This might be the secret to your success. Like, if you have to be with them constantly, it does get a little bit like, but you both seem to understand we need some space with this. We need some space. There's mutual respect. I definitely get there's mutual respect. Could be a family connection. This is the Cancer card, but I don't know. It could be any sign. It's just this person has those bold characteristics, is what I'm getting. This person also, they seem to very much care about what happens with you. This seems to be this mutual, like, you're a good person, I know it, and they know you're a good person. Like, they know you're a good person, you see them as a good person. Like, there's, like, how do I explain this? Like, there's this connection here. Like, you just, like, you do things differently. You may not agree with how the other does things, but you definitely have this level line, like, both good people, both trying to do the best we can type thing. Very strong. You seem to know how to talk to them, too. What does that mean? You got the Justice card, half in, half out. And then you got the Five of Wands. which is a conflict card. You're not afraid to say how you feel with this person. You can hold your own with them. I don't think that I normally. This might be like a very interesting connection for you, because sometimes the conversations can get a little bit heated, but you know how this works, and I feel like you could hold your own with this one, whatever that means. Not that you can't anyway, but I feel like Taurus, I usually feel very like grounded, very, holding back, kind of just listening, and when you say things, you say things, very carefully and very thought out. That's how I usually think of Taurus. But I'm getting with this energy, like they snap at you, you can snap right back. But it might be more of a private, like, people don't know that you do that. People don't know that you can hold your own with this energy and you can snap right back if you want to. It may be a very private connection in that in that sense. Kind of like, yeah, I can give that to them. I can give it right back to them if I want to. I just don't usually, or maybe you don't usually do that when other people are around. But you can, like, if this person says something a little bit too sharp, you can say something sharp right back. It might be one of the few people you're willing to do that with. Take it with a grain of salt. If that's the case, that's what this person wants. They don't want people to sugarcoat things. That's kind of like the justice card, half in, half out. It's kind of like you push forward the truth. You might try to say it nicely, but if you don't think they're understanding, or they're like saying, "Don't give me a line," you're like, "I'm not. This is how it is." Bam. This is how it is. Bam. This may be again, I feel like it's not the normal energy I'm used to with Taurus. Taurus is like you say things with meaning. I don't really think of Taurus as mean or like very biting with their words. I just feel like you say things with an impact, but not like, but like, this is what it is. It's the way you say it. But with this person, that might be a little different. Taurus has layers. I feel like people miss that, but Taurus definitely has layers. Where's this going? This person is off on their own again. So like, there's a point to this. I feel like you're wishing them well. Is that what's going on? What's going on with them? They're jumping. I feel like they're distancing themselves from you for a while. Six of Cups. There's history here. They've done this before. They're repeating this pattern. This isn't too much of a shock. They're not completely disconnected from you, but they're not like there's a distance. It's like if you're used to them living in the same town, they might be living 300 miles away next. That type of thing, to where you still maybe have contact with them. Maybe you have connection with social media or texting or whatever, but you're nowhere near seeing them as much as you used to in person. This could be a business connection. Maybe this is somebody you used to work with in the same office. Now they're in a different office. That type of thing. You follow me? Still have connection with them, but nowhere near what you're used to. Now, this is just like, okay, so like my question is like, why are we having this reading about this? I don't see this being anything shocking for you. Devil card. Six of Cups, half in, half out. The Devil card isn't bad for Taurus because it sometimes talks about an earth connection. Sometimes the Devil card refers to Capricorn. Capricorn is a compatible energy for Taurus. Usually. We all have charts. Our charts are different. But normally. Something else is coming in. I miss this energy. And it's kind of like if I had this energy around, they would tell me if I'm making a good decision or not. They would tell me if I'm being short-sighted about something. They would just be very bold and they'd be like, well, Taurus, I know you like that, but here's what it really is. And I kind of miss it. I miss it. So, like, what's the creativity? Like, I feel like I have to create a new situation. I have to create a new bond with somebody else. The next connection, this person is more your speed, and they do things the way you do things. They're more kind of like they're very careful about who they tell things to. The thing is, Capricorn, if it's a Capricorn, it doesn't have to be, but that energy can be very biting. And they can be very harsh to people who have crossed their boundaries. They don't take that very well. They don't like that. The thing is, they might overdo they can overdo the like the repercussions. Like, it's kind of like when somebody like smacks you in the face, they'll punch them in the head 3 times. If you follow me, like they can overdo it. They get their point across. Don't you dare! But they can like a slap in the face versus a broken nose. It's a little I'm just saying. They slap this person. They slap them. They get slapped in the face. They break the other person's nose. It's a little overdone. Just saying. This is there's an energy coming in to replace that energy. It can be very biting, but it can be very harsh with its repercussions. Very harsh. Which would make sense with the devil energy, if you follow me on that. That energy you don't have to keep, by the way. I just have this weird feeling, even though it looks like on paper it should match you. This is ironic. On paper it looks like it should match you. You may not want to keep it. And keep in mind you don't have to. This is interesting. 3 of Cups reversed. And the Wheel of Fortune. It's on paper it looks like you should get along, and maybe on the surface it looks like you get along with this person. 3 of Cups reversed is telling me you don't really care for them. It could be that harsh side. It could be that even though they're bold on occasion, you don't really care for it from this person. It just doesn't work for you. Like, don't worry about that. The sign, the astrological sign. Don't worry about that. Just like go with your feelings if that energy fits. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you can move right on from that and you can find something even better. The first, like, I feel like Taurus takes a minute to think about their options anyway, and I feel like you already know you don't have to take the first option that comes to you. And if you don't like it, trust your gut and send it on. Send it on, move on from it. Don't take the first one just because you're like, well, I do need somebody to fill that spot. For some reason, you might just be like, well, maybe I'll get to know them better. Maybe I'll like them better down the road. I'm getting your gut instinct is saying no. If I'm going to really push my luck, sometimes people just have a lot of dark energy. It has nothing to do with their skin tone or ethnicity at all. It's just like they just have that dark energy. I feel like you know what I mean. Like they just have that feeling, and you might be getting that off this person. Send them on their way. Send them on their way. Just trust your gut. Trust your gut. Because I think that's what this whole reading is about. Because there's similarities between the person who moved on and the one who's coming in. But the one who you liked, you saw as a good person. This one coming in just might have too much dark energy. They're just like, it's just like somebody with a dark energy hurts people and literally enjoys it. Can't wait till the next time they get to hurt somebody else. It's a real thing. It's more common than I'd really care for, but it's out there. There's just people out there that really enjoy hurting people in whatever way they can. Whatever way they can get away with. And I feel like this is one of those people. Just keep it in the back of your mind. If that fits, doesn't mean that they have to be that way or they have to be that deep of a level of it. But if you're connecting to something and your gut is like, I don't want this, trust your gut. Send it on its way. Trust your gut. Or if you're me anyway, and I did this mostly in my 20s, you're like, oh, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that judgmental person, and you go against your gut. You live to regret it. I'm just saying, because I did that a lot in my 20s, maybe a little bit in my 30s more. I hope I don't do it as much now. I don't notice it if I do. Because when my gut says, I'm like, okay, and I'm out. I trust my gut. So, do what you got to do. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, it's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.